Hello and welcome to another part. Here I'll do the ternary operators, if that's how you pronounce it, and some other little things that I didn't mention before. So there's actually a few operators that I forgot to mention, and it would be these guys here. Now, the most common out of these would be these two, so which is the and the or, and those will be the two that I'll show examples of. So let's just make some code. So we're going to have an if statement for this. So if, and then I guess we need some variables. So let's just have int a and int b, I guess. So if a, let's just say, is equal to 5 and b is equal to 10, and then our code's going to run. So let's just assign a to 5 and b to 10, and then do console.writeLine. It matches the criteria. So let's have a look. Yep, it matches the criteria, and then if we change this to a 4, then one of the conditions is not true, then it doesn't run. It basically means and, like it said in that example before. Then let's just do an or. So in this case, only one condition out of the two has to be correct. So there you go, it matches the criteria partially. And then if we change this to 110, it's not going to work. But if we again change this to 5, it's going to work because it's NOR. So that's basically how they work. These operators that I haven't mentioned. It's very simple. Moving on. So I'll explain what the ternary operators are. Now, let's just remove one of these two, and I'll make an if statement, and we'll be doing. So I don't know. This is a symbol I haven't used before, but basically what we're going to do is we're going to check if the number is even or not. And then there we go. So what this will do is this basically where is it? Control.line. So number is even, and then of course that means that this is uneven. Let's test it a few times, see if it works. Yep, 5 is an even number, which is true because 5 doesn't have a pair with one number left over. Let's try it as a 2. And 2 is even. Let's just put it as a different number, 6. That should be an even as well. Whoa. I added a 6. Now, there we go. But, so that works as intended. But this is a chunky code. There is a lot of if statements, and if you can imagine a large program, you could have like, I don't know, 10s or 20s of these, and it would be very long. And there is a way to make it shorter, and that's using the ternary operators. So what I'll do is I'll add a boolean, and then let's just call it is even, right? And we can just, well, let me just comment all of that code out for now. And here's what I'm going to do. I'll write is even equal to, and then we're just going to have our number, which is a. So we'll have our a, percentage sign 2, and then is going to equal to 0. So this is the exact same thing as we have in our if statement. But the difference here is we're going to put the question mark, and we're going to put true, the double colon, false. And then if we do console.writeLine, and just put in the number is, and then is even. Is even. Come on. Oh yeah, I forgot the plus. Even is even. Thank you. Thank you for picking up. So this will return true. So it's either, wait, we should reword this. Is the number even? Question mark. And it's going to be true or false. If we play it, so it's true. because number 6 is even, but 5 is going to return a false. So there you go. We essentially did this with 2 lines of code, so we saved on a lot. We only had to have 1 console instead of 2, and it just saves time. So yeah, the way it works is we have our condition, we have the check, and then that's it. And I guess that's it for this video. I believe I covered the little bits that I haven't mentioned. In the next video, I'll move on to the more complicated, more advanced elements. Like, if this is something you use to learn, I suggest you learn all of these things and become good at them, especially the arrays and loops, because they're the culprit bit. Like, without knowing them, there is no point to keep doing some random tutorials or whatever. Like, the basics you have to always get good at before you move on to the next point. At least that's how I see programming. Either way, on to the next one.